Hi, my name is Rick Booker. My best learning moments in this class are many. Even though I've been in the master's program for some time now, I guess I didn't really give a lot of thought about what goes into putting a class together. I mean, why would I know that information already? I'm in the class. That is why I'm in a master's of nursing with an emphasis on education programs so I can learn these things. Educators today have to know much in order to pass on vital information to their students. First, you have to know the information that you're relaying to the students to begin with. However, with the new technology, you also need to develop a plan in which to deliver information. I learned how critical thinking is important and how, as educators, we can help develop critical thinking to our students. I also learned that the use of competencies and their effect on safety for both the patients and students are valuable. I learned how to use Voki, MoveNote, Snagit, Jing, PowerPoint, Prezi, Animoto, Screencast-O-Matic, and Powtoons. My absolute favorite was Powtoons. It allowed me to be creative and show imagination, and I had a lot of fun working with it. I also thought that the unit of instruction was very important because this is something that I could see using on a weekly basis when teaching it to my class. Unit of instruction, I would be able to attach videos, make figures, or do whatever I want to present written instruction in a multitude of different ways. If you use unit of instruction, the benefits can be based on subject matter. For instance, if you select a week that you choose to teach on diabetes, you can break that week down on causes, signs and symptoms, and treatments. As stressful as it was and as much work went into that assignment, I really felt I learned a lot during that time. My partner was extremely valuable by critiquing my work, which found a lot of holes in it as well. My partner was extremely valuable because by doing so, she was able to point out to me a lot of the things that needed to be reworked, which I did, which wound up being a pretty decent grade, I think. I took her advice and was more than happy with my grade. On the flip side of that, it gave me the chance to critique hers. In order to do that, you have to be a teacher, you have to learn how to grade others. And this was valuable as well. One of my other favorite instructions during this 8-week period was the feedback feed-forward theory. According to Heitlin, all too often teachers make mistakes on writing assignments and hand them back to students, who then just simply throw the papers away. Then the feedback loop is ineffective and can reinforce misconceptions. Strong feedback, on the other hand, is timely, specific, actionable, and useful. Students are given opportunities to relearn or practice the skill again right away, which I think is very valuable. It's very important to be able to find out what you did wrong immediately, so while that's still fresh in your mind, so the students can learn and relearn before we move on to the next area of business. Oftentimes in education, when students learn things, it's kind of a stepping stone. You have to learn this before you can move on that, before you can move on to something else. So if you miss a valuable stepping stone, it affects everything else down the road. I like the feedback feed-forward theory. So why not ensure that students understand what they missed and when they missed it before moving on to the next topic? When I graduate and work as an educator, it is my intent to use what I have learned from this class and prior classes up to this point. I really like the flipped classroom idea, but in order to make that work, the technology I learned in this class will need to be used. Introductions and contact information immediately would need to be conveyed to the students, along with lesson plans and outcomes that are expected throughout the course and at the end of the course. In order to get the weekly message across to the students, assignments will be given via student websites, for instance, with reading assignments and videos in order for the students to receive the information. That information can be delivered in a multitude of ways, such as Voki, YouTube, Prezi, PowerPoint, MoveNote, and so on. The idea is to keep it interesting and student-centered so the students can concentrate and continue to learn. By providing exciting technology, driven evidence-based information to the new age students, the field of nursing may move forward as a respected profession that should have the ability to take advantage of technology, information, communication, safety, and data-driven practice is something that nursing can move forward on in the future. In an answer to that co-host on The View, nursing can prove that using technology and evidence-based practice, that by doing so, not only do nurses know how to use stethoscopes, but they can also work with physicians to discuss patient care during interdisciplinary team meetings, while nurses have valuable input during those meetings. Thank you for your time, and I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas.